Morning, guys. I'm back at the Harris Cemetery trailhead here in Harrisburg. I got back. I had to walk the whole way up the hill yesterday to get here, and I finally got my first hitch for like the last quarter of a mile or something ridiculous, but it was pretty cool. They were very nice, but every little bit helps, less that I have to walk. But I'm here back at the trailhead, and ready to get back at it. So have a good morning, everybody. I'm now 37. Oh my gosh. Bye. Here we are, crossing the new river over on the bridge, heading up into those mountains up on that ridge line. That's where we're going to spend the next couple of days. Going up north that way toward Daleville. So the next couple days look to be very warm. Pretty much every day has the possibility of thunderstorms and showers in the afternoon at the very least. So it'll be very warm and probably a wet week, but you know, that's just one thing we gotta deal with. We've kind of avoided, like when they've said 50-60% chance of rain and some thunderstorms have passed by the past couple days, we've kind of avoided that. I hope to continue the good luck this week, but you know, we'll see. Today should be a good, warm, clear day. Next couple days we'll see, but that's just part of hiking the Appalachian Trail. All right, I'll check back when we get back up into the woods. All right, good afternoon, everyone. It's about 1 o'clock, May the 13th on Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Even to all the dog parents out there, dog moms out there, including Sandy. Just finishing the first major uphill of the day. I'm gonna stop at Racefield Shelter for a little lunch. I was thinking about it. So, a lot of cool stuff happening. Here, I'm gonna turn you around because I just came out of the trees into Racefield at the top of this ridge. So right about here, for the next 10 miles or so, we're gonna be basically on the boundary line between Virginia and West Virginia. So, all over there, that's West Virginia. And when we crest the ridge and go on the other side, over on the right, that's Virginia. That's kind of neat. Did that before. We're only going to be doing it for about 10 miles, like I said, but still kind of neat. But, so this week, coming up, really big week. We're going to be going over the Virginia Triple Crown, which is Dragon's Tooth, McAfee Knob, the big famous one, and Tinker Cliffs. We're also at the end at Daleville. We'll be almost exactly 1/3 of the way done. And we'll cross over the 700-mile mark. So a lot of cool milestones this week. And as I said before in an earlier video, it's those small goals and small achievements you have to kind of work toward, and eventually they'll build on themselves. Some people say that they get the Virginia blues, but I haven't. I mean, I'm only about halfway, well, not even halfway through Virginia, but I think it's pretty cool so far. So anyway, I'm coming up to the shelter. I'm gonna stop for lunch for a little bit, so I'll see you later. Just wanted to give you a little sense of what this ridgeline has been like today. At times it's been a little rough here, but we have decent coverage from the canopy and the leaves today, which is very nice. Today could have been awful. It's very hot. But it could have been a lot worse. But because even up here at the upper elevations, around 4,000 feet or so, upper for the AT anyway, we're starting to get leaves on the trees, which is kind of cool. It's neat to look at, and there's a lot of green on the ground, as you can see. But, you know, it's also having the added benefit of giving us some much needed shade on these hot, cloudless days, so, which are very pretty to get views, but you also kind of bake when you're like have no relief from it. So yeah, that's been a little bit of today. Went down this field here in the middle of the ridgeline. So that's West Virginia over there. In fact, we may be entirely in West Virginia at the moment. We're kind of going back and forth a little bit, but we're almost to the end of this little stretch. And then we're going to turn, well, right or east and get back into Virginia full time here in a little bit. But it's been a neat little ridge walk today. All right, here's the Allegheny Trail. It goes somewhere that way. AT goes this way, and this kind of marks the end, or very shortly will mark the end, of walking the boundary between the two states, Virginia and West Virginia, because we'll take a right or veer east and head down the ridge and go up the next ridge, but that's further into Virginia. So that was kind of neat today. Fun little ridge line, wasn't too bad, had some tree cover, which was nice. So all in all, pretty good day. Probably like 5 or 6 miles away from my final destination, which I should be able to make before dark, which is good. And that'll put me at about 23 miles for the day, 23, 24 miles from the day. So that's pretty good, considering I didn't get started until a little bit later, 9:30 or 10. So yeah, I feel pretty good about that. I hope tomorrow I can do the same. It really is, I've learned, you know, you can start late, start early, and those things, starting early certainly helps, and whatever, but the most important factor about whether or not you can do a big day is the terrain. So if the next ridgeline we're going to go up is very rocky, then that could be very challenging because you just can't, it's harder on your feet and knees, and it's harder to get going and get a pace together because you're constantly trying to fight with the rocks. So we'll just have to see, but things are going good so far. I will talk to you later. This will probably end my video for today. All right, I hope everyone is having a good day back home, and all right, Compass, we'll talk to you later.